Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Honolulu. My name is Patrick. The channel's Reverse Ops. So far, we're having a good Tuesday here. It's a little humid. It was raining overnight, but hopefully that'll push away. I'm kind of shielded from the wind where I'm at today, so I don't know how that's gonna be. So good morning, O'Malley, Ms. Wolves. Good to see you here. Hope you two are having a great, well, one of you is in the evening, one of you is in the middle of the day, so hopefully you're having a good Tuesday. Hello, H. Dot, Andrew, Tim, Keith, good to see y'all here. We have two Keiths in the house. Ah, there's that wind. I thought I was shielded from the wind, but apparently I'm not. So that's good, because it'll cool me down a little bit. Hopefully not too much wind noise. So we have a Qantas link in the house this morning. This came in yesterday afternoon, about 1:30, I think. It is on its way down. I believe it's going down to Australia. I don't think it's coming back up. I think it's going down. I forget where it came from yesterday, but I'm 99% sure that it is heading down to Australia. I don't have a time for that departure today, but usually those ferry flights that way leave about 10 o'clock. So if it leaves a little earlier than that, maybe we'll get a little lucky. Yeah, 10, we're going to start our own boy band. O'Malley duck is working. So, I don't know if any of you have noticed yet. Anybody, I haven't seen any comments. Of course, I can't read every comment. You guys talk too fast. I teased when I released the schedule that I'd be in a new location, and nobody has noticed. Did I make a mistake in moving over here? We'll find out today on Reverse Ops, brought to you by Skippy Peanut Butter. No, not really. I have no contract with Skippy Peanut Butter. But if fine people at Skippy Peanut Butter want to give me my agent a call, I am down to listen to Skippy's pitch. Tin, I get to be the moody bad boy. Good morning, Brandon. As reverse ops turns, so are the days of our lives. I have a feeling from this angle I'm going to be hanging out in super zoom a lot today. We're just we're not that much farther back than we usually are. I haven't seen nobody. No, did anybody notice? Anybody notice at all? Nobody noticed. I'm going back to the other place. Hello, Christine. Skippy might be a kangaroo. But it's also a brand of sugar paste that they call peanut butter. Morning, Mike. Oh, good. Mike and then Mike again. Mike, you're too shy? I don't believe that. So we're gonna get our first, looks like, is that gonna go? Yeah, that's gonna go. Our first departure off 8 left from this new location. We'll see how it looks. There it is right there. So let's get a little tripod adjustment there, so I don't smack my knuckles again. That's okay, Tin. I'll be the manager of the boy band. me make sure nothing's coming in or going out. Oh, geez, Patrick, what did I miss? That's what happens when planes are not on flight radar. Looks like Travis Air Force Base. Yep, Travis. Exactly, Mike. It was very stealthy. It's that gray paint. And I will confess, it's a little weird. We're not that far away from where we usually are. It's not like we're on the other side of the airport or anything. We're only about, I don't know, maybe not even an eighth of a mile away. But we're just at a different angle. So, but it's just enough to where I'm looking in the wrong place a lot already. Oh, nice, Christine. Wasn't Air Force One at Mendenhall yesterday too? I think Air Force One was at I think it was at Mendenhall. Well, I was hoping just that shot we just saw of the plane landing on 4 right would be enough to give it away. So we'll do a little tour here in just a second, as soon as the Moose gets down to the other end, because it's going to make a right turn here in a second. And we'll yeah, as soon as it finishes this little zigzag, we'll do a little tour. Ah, okay, yeah. I guess the pictures I saw were yesterday. Sometimes when you follow plane spotter groups, the pictures are a day or two behind, because not everybody runs home and posts the picture. Wow, lots of cool stuff, Keith. Holy cow. Alright, so that plane that kind of got in the way there, that's a United. It is heading off to SFO. Okay, so we're going to do a little tour now. We'll do a little tour. Okay. So let's go to this camera. And we'll bring up the fancy telestrator. So this is the airport here. You can see down at the bottom is the reef runway. Up at the top is the terminal buildings. Along the top there is the 8 left here. This is the reef runway down here, and then we have 4 right here. So it 3 sets of runways, 2 sets of runways technically, but the 8 left and 8 right are kind of far apart. So we have 4 left, 4 right here. So that right there is what we're trying to get today, because in our normal locations, the planes disappear behind the hangars from both of the locations, from the parking lot and from up closer to here. The planes disappear behind the hangars because the hangars are all right here. That's all the hangars. So normally when we're up here, we are right here. So that's where we normally are. That gets us almost straight down 8 left. Well, we haven't moved that far. We moved right by that little blue circle. We moved right over here. So if you can see that blue circle, that little blue dot, that's kind of about where we are. We moved on that little cut through street on the loop there. So we'll give you a perspective of that. So this little blue dot is the Hertz building right next to us. And we are just past the Hertz building. So if you go down this street, it'll intersect with the street we're normally on. So we're only about 1/8 of a mile away. But that gives us this angle straight down. We're looking almost, not quite, almost straight down 4 left and 4 right. So that's good news. And we do not lose the angle down 8 left. This is still looking straight down 8 left. That little white hut at the end there, that's kind of near the end. So we don't lose that shot, the landing shots, but we gain all the 4 right. The only thing I'm worried about, which we haven't had one today, when I was out here scoping it out, we had one, and it didn't seem too bad, as the departures off the reef runway. Because that yellow building here definitely is going to get in the way for a second or two. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. I don't know if that's going to be a deal breaker or not, but so far I really like the 4 right arrivals. So that's kind of where we are in a nutshell. Ooh, I need to move that over a little. Thank you very much, Andrew. Andrew's been at the 717 level for 10 months. Another month of fun at F-22s. I think we'll have some fun today. I can't guarantee F-22s, but hopefully we'll get some. Thank you very much, Andrew. But I can definitely guarantee some fun. At least I'm going to have fun. I'm going to guarantee I'm going to have fun. So this is an arrival on 8 left. So this is what I was talking about, how we don't lose this shot being over here. It's just a little over, not quite straight on. So this is Zip Air coming in from Tokyo. It is a Dreamliner 8, I believe. So I missed one early in the show. I must have been blabbering on. Our good friend Steve is coming back to us at the 717 level. Thank you very much for rejoining. It says new member there, but that's a bug in the system. I don't know why that is. But thanks, Steve. Someone will be by with your pog drink soon. Appreciate it. Our good friend and moderator, Ms. Wolves 13. Wow, the time has flown and I love it. Well, I agree wholeheartedly with that statement. The time has flown and I love it. Ms. Wolves has been a Inter-Island Traveler level for 8. That's 8. That can't be right. 18 months. Hold on, only a year and a half. Thank you very much. You were definitely right about time flies. So this is Hawaiian Flight 114. It's coming in from Lehue. Lehue is on the island of Kauai. So we're going to get our first departure off the reef runway while we're in a show. Like I said, I checked it out the other day, but I was standing on the ground. I wasn't in the pickup truck the other day, so I was standing on the ground, and it seemed to be okay. So now we're up in the back of the truck with the tripod up way high. So hopefully it's not too bad. We'll have to keep an eye out. Alright, so United hasn't gone yet, so I don't know where. What's weird is I don't know where to look. So I think it's going to rotate beyond the building, so we might have to get it all the way in the air. The one cool thing about this location is, in truck cam, I get some palm trees behind me. Look at that. Some palm trees right in the background. Make it all scenic and stuff. So I have a little bit of a Hawaii behind me. Oh, you're quite welcome, Peter. I'm glad it got there. I'm glad you enjoy it. Thanks for the order. Alright, so this United is on the way. We're going to pan over here. I don't know where to look at, so I think it's going to come in right in here. But we'll see. This is going to be really tricky with the F-22s if they come out. Okay. Ah, there it is. Yeah, it's close. There we go. Alright, so it's not perfect. Yeah, might have to do some tweaking. Not meth tweaking, but just tweaking a little bit with maybe move up a little bit, maybe move over a little bit. I think if I move up a little bit and get past that, get past this street sign here, it'd be a little better. So maybe next time we'll move up a little bit. I'm kind of entrenched right now. Hello, Marcy. Did it used to? Oh, I switched it. I. Long story short, I did some behind the scenes work on the computer encoder last night, and there's an option to only show first names, and I think I have that clicked. We'll fix that. So our good friend Marcy celebrating 13 months here at Hickam with us. So thank you very much, Marcy. I don't know. I kind of like the first name. Maybe it's less for me to mispronounce. Let's see. Oh, little Mo. See, it's little Momo, but it's just showing little Mo. I think that's what it is. I think I have the show only first name thing checked. So little Momo is gifted 5 reverse ops memberships. Thank you very much. Looks like Philip, CFI, David, Thomas, and Mike are all the recipients. So please join me in thanking little Momo. It's very kind of you. Alright, so the next plane in is a 717. This is coming into 8 left. We'll catch it here in just a second. The one thing I've noticed being back from the airfield just a little bit is I don't hear those baggage carts as much, so that's good. There's the 717. But thank you very much again. I really appreciate it. That sounds cool, Mike. The only problem is, well, besides money is always a problem. But I've looked at other trucks and other things. It's just, I have to fit it in the garage. Because I leave all the goal is to leave all the equipment mounted on it. And I can't do that if I I can't fit it in the garage. So there's a Queen, and whatever runway it takes, I'm going to be very interested to how our view of it is, because we should see this thing now taxi almost all the way to where it parks. Richard, I've thought of asking, but the problem I see with that is, and the reason I haven't asked is, there's no one here. They don't. This Hertz here is a Hertz car sales. It's not their rental part. So there's no one here at 6 o'clock when I roll up. They don't start showing up till 8, and that's too late in the day. So there's no open gate where I could drive on. Even if they gave me permission, I would have to wait till they got here. So I've thought about it, but there's a couple others around here that are storage lots for rental cars, and I've thought about them, but I don't think they would help the view that much. This Hertz one would be really good though, but unfortunately, like I said, there's all the gates and stuff are still locked up, so they're not here yet. So when I get here, I try to be here before 6 to make sure everything is ready to go. Now, one of the place I bought my K-Truck from does have a K-Truck food truck that almost would be perfect. I think it might be still a little too tall, but it would almost be perfect. It's completely covered, has a whole side that opens up. It might be perfect, but again, it's $16,000, and yeah, that's not going to happen. Yeah, Bill, that's also another thing, is you got to worry about. I have business insurance, but it doesn't have the type of thing to stream on other people's property. It's not enough. A lot of places, if you stream from their property, I've been reading, is $1 million. They want $1 million coverage, and I can't afford $1 million coverage. So I have enough where I don't lose my house. Hello, Jen, Kurt, Richard, Scott. So this Prime Air we're looking at, you can tell it's a little different than some of the normal Prime Airs. It's a white body with a light blue tail. So this one is operated by Hawaiian Airlines. So if you see any of these with the white body and the light blue tail, they're operated by Hawaiian Airlines. The other ones we get that are actually operated by, I believe, Amazon, have a dark blue tail. Of course, I was watching a stream the other day, and I saw one with a dark blue tail and a light blue body. So I wonder if that's operated by someone else, kind of like Hawaiian operates these. Thanks, everybody. Oh, that's interesting. Ain't modern technology wonderful? I have a button on my Stream Deck now that I can hit it and it tells me how many people are watching. So welcome everyone. Hope everyone's having a good day. If you don't know who I am, I'm not just a blabbering idiot. I'm a blabbering idiot named Patrick. The channel is Reverse Ops, based out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Our home airport is Daniel K. Inouye International Airport. That's where we're at right now. We do 3 shows a week here. Usually Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. We're going to flip it up a little bit next week because of Memorial Day. So Memorial Day is on Monday. Oops. And so we're going to do a Memorial Day show because there's going to be an F-22 flyover at Punch Bowl. Punch Bowl is a cemetery that's right behind me, about a couple of miles right behind me. So we're going to do a show on a Monday to catch the flyover. I don't know what time the show will be yet. The flyover is scheduled for 9:40 a.m. I'd like to catch their departure, though, the F-22's departure as well. So we'll figure out a time for that, and I'll let everyone know. So this is Aloha Air Cargo. It came in from Lehue. Right behind it, and I mean right behind it, is that Queen we saw overhead a minute ago. And as soon as I figure out where I need to look, there it is. Well, the clock on the screen is accurate to within the YouTube delay, so normally at the other location we would lose this queen right about here, right as it makes that little turn on to the cargo ramp taxiway. I don't remember what that's called. We would lose it right there. So now we get to follow it all the way down until it makes a left turn. We also get to see some of the other cool planes here. Like, look at that. I don't know what that is. It looks like I mean, it's a C-130 derivative. But I don't know if it's the... Ooh, look at that. That's cool. I don't know if it's the... like there's an air cargo one that comes in here every once in a while. It might be that one. It could be the NASA one. I don't know. The NASA one's white. Anybody know what that is? Let me know in the chat. Because there's one that comes through here every once in a while. Lyman Cargo, I think it is. It's got a green and yellow logo. It's white. And then there's a NASA one that comes through every once in a while. It's all white and has the NASA logo on it. So. Oh, it is the Leiden. Sorry, yeah, there we go. Yeah, they're Leiden 130. That's the one I see here every once in a while. I don't think I've seen it here since the Maui fires, though. It was here doing relief runs to the Maui fires. Let's see. Yeah, it's really hard to tell at this angle. It actually almost looks gray, too. Maybe not white. But, looks like it's buttoned up pretty good. I don't know if it'll go out today. So that right there in the background, that's one of those Transair. So we've had, you guys are probably pretty familiar with this plane here. This is a 737-200. It flies all the time. We've seen it in the stream. Ah, okay. Thanks, Scott. We see it in the stream quite a bit. It's goes out to Lanai. So the same company or a derivative thereof. I think it's a same company, different branch or something. I don't know exactly how it's structured, but they have several more of them painted in the other colors. So let's see if we can find one here. Okay, so they have this Transair short, how it has the, come on, focus, there we go. This Transair short is how it's got the orange and green livery. Those other 737-200s are in that livery, but they've been grounded for a long time. They have not been flying. They just received clearance to start flying again in the fall. So we should see them later on in the year. I know they've been doing some test flights, but they haven't done any commercial cargo flights yet. That's supposed to be sometime in the fall. But hopefully we'll start seeing more of their test flights. Ah, hello Sydney, how are you? Is it a 330 or a 360? I thought it was a 360, but again, don't trust me for anything. Ooh, bouncy. Hopefully nobody spilled their pog. Hello Reinhard, good to see you. Don't people know I'm streaming? Why are they calling me? Yeah, there we go. Short 360. That's another Hawaiian heading out. So the one we just saw come in came in from Kailua Kona. This one we're looking at. I thought we were looking at. This one we're looking at is heading off to Kailua Kona. So we got Kailua Kona going in and out here. So you guys want to hear some whoa, feel sorry for me, I live in Hawaii stories? Or a story, not one, just singular story. Whoa. Oh, thanks, Mike. Hello, Lance, good to see you. So, me and Mrs. Reverse Ops have a long weekend coming up. Well, I have a long weekend coming up. My company is off for Juneteenth. So that's a Thursday in June. It's the 19th, if you're not familiar. If you didn't go to school in Texas. It's the 19th, which is a Thursday. So I worked a deal out with my boss to work the Thursday but take the holiday on the Friday because my boss is cool like that. So we're gonna fly over to the Big Island for a long weekend. Leave Thursday night. Come back Sunday night. So 3 nights, 3.5 days or so in Hilo. Because I love Hilo, and there's a volcano near Hilo, and it's pretty active right now. So I looked up how much it would cost to go fly over there on Hawaiian, rent a car, get a hotel room for 3 nights. A hotel that wasn't a hostel. That was, an actual hotel. We don't stay in hostels. We're not 19 anymore. We don't stay in hostels. We have to stay in an actual hotel, ensuite bathroom. The creature comforts. We're not too demanding, but we do need an ensuite bathroom, and we don't want to share a room with 40 other backpackers. So the price for that, and I'm not making this up, you can check it. I did the price through Hawaiian's vacation package finder. So I don't remember the name of the hotel, but I think it was the Reed. It might have been the Reed or the one down the street, on Banyan Drive. But it was leaving Thursday, coming back Sunday. So that's 3 nights in a hotel and a rent-a-car and airfare. It was cheaper to go to LA for the same amount of time. It was $100 cheaper to fly to LA on Hawaiian using their vacation builder package for 3 nights than it was to go to Hilo from here. Is that not ridiculous? So I don't think we'll be going to Hilo. I was looking forward to seeing the volcano. Maybe we'll start a GoFundMe. GoFund reverse ops to Hilo. That's an interesting thought. Would you guys contribute to getting some shows out of Hilo through GoFundMe? That's an interesting thought. I don't think any other plane spotter does that, so it might be faux pas. I might be committing a big faux pas. Yeah, you were Brandon. You were actually the first person I thought of after I saw that price. We'll see. I don't know. It's let them make sure everything works out. The guy at Heathrow does it. Oh, interesting. Because I really hate asking for money. I hate asking for you to be a member. I do it because I have to, and not because I feel comfortable doing it. And I hate it. Oh, this is the One World Qantas, isn't it? Is this the One World Qantas? Yes. Yes, it is. This is the second time we've seen this in a couple days. This is coming in from Melbourne. This is the flight that they took over from Jetstar. So it was was it last Tuesday? Last Thursday we saw this one? Or maybe it was Saturday. It might have been Saturday. So I had never seen this one before, and now I've seen it twice in a week. I missed the Yam Dreaming. The Yam Dreaming came in on Sunday, I think. So I've been wanting to see the Yam Dreaming. Yeah, Graham, the 220 over here is on a delivery flight. Usually the delivery flights leave about 10, so hopefully we'll see that. We usually see them right at the end. Oh, interesting. This is going to be a little experiment today. We're going to see how the 22s work from this vantage point. I have a feeling we're going to be disappointed. $11. All right. So, good morning, Eham. How are you? Well, good evening for you. So this Qantas, the One World here, came in from Melbourne. And then we have another Qantas over here. This one is Qantas Link. It is on a delivery flight. 6 F-22s going on. Okay, let's... So, Eham, I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the show. Well, a lot of you probably weren't here at the beginning of the show, so I'll go over it again. We're in a slightly different location today. So, we moved over about an eighth of a mile to my usual right. So we're closer to the freeway if you're looking at a map. And we did that so we could get the arrivals better on 4 right. So now if we go over here, we can see all the way down 4 right. Usually the arrivals on 4 right get blocked. By these buildings here on the left. So we moved over a little bit to get those arrivals. The problem with that is, the problem with that is this building right here is kind of in the way of seeing the end of the reef runway. So we're trying to figure out because I love the arrivals on 4 right. They look really cool because we got a good view of them. And then we can see all the way down the cargo ramp and see a bunch of stuff we usually don't see. So we're trying to figure out if those pluses make up for the minus of being obstructed a little on the 8 right departures. So we'll see. It's all an experiment. Thanks, Lance. It's weird. We'll see them in the air, Ehem. So we haven't had but one departure, and it was a little weird. So we'll see. We'll see, I guess. So it's just kind of a little experiment. We're trying to get a little different. So everything is not exactly the same. I'll get right on that, Sydney. But the cool thing is, I don't know if you hear, so look at this. I have palm trees behind me now, so it's all tropical. Let's get out of their way. See the palm trees. No, I haven't seen that one. Did you send that to me? If you did, I missed it. I apologize. I did see the patches. Somebody posted on Instagram some of the patches. Yeah, Andrew, that is literally the first thing I thought of when I stood here for the first time. There is another space over to my right. That's where the road meets back to Lagoon Drive. That I think would be awesome for reverse ops Raptor action. Unfortunately, from there, you can't see any of the You can't even see the 8 right stuff in the air, because there's another building blocking the way. There's this building there, and that. Wait, is it this one? Yeah, it's that one. That one that blocks everything. I'm doing a ops car parade here. A little parade action there. Oh, I know what I did. Ugh. So, speaking of Stitch, Elise mentioned Stitch in the chat. So we saw so Hawaiian Airlines has some new sticker liveries to promote the new movie, the Stitch movie, Lilo and Stitch. So there's going to be 3 of them, kind of like the Moana 2 one. And my ATC is just horrible the last couple days. I don't know what, did I screw up my antenna? But where was I going with that? Yeah, they're still parading around. Look at this little ops car parade. Yeah. Oh yeah, so Lilo and Stitch. So they're gonna have 3 planes: a 717, a 321, and a 330 to promote the new movie. We've seen the 321 on Saturday's show. We saw the 321. We caught that during the stream. And then on Sunday night, late Sunday night, I brought Mrs. Reverse Ops out here so she could see the 330 arrive. So she was very happy. She saw the 330 Lilo and Stitch plane arrive. The cool thing is they're different. The Moana 2 ones were kind of the same. But the Lilo, so far, the 2 I've seen are completely different. The 330 has Stitch with a flower in its hair. And then the 321 had Stitch on the side and a bunch of Stitch graffiti on the side. It was pretty cool looking. You can check that out in the stream from Saturday. Or I also clipped it off into a video, so you can actually check it out in the video section if you want to see it. Oh, nice. Thanks, Eham. So, hopefully, that'd be cool. If they come in tomorrow, maybe they'll go out Thursday. That is horrible. Horrible. We have a FedEx triple coming in from the south. It's coming in from Memphis. Hopefully, let's see if we can get that on 8 right. That would be a, I'm sorry, 4 right. That would be lots of fun. I saw it when I first pulled up. I saw a FedEx triple come down 4 right, and it was pretty impressive. This United's a 757 heading off to LA with the extra X. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Thank you, Sydney. Alright, so are they, I can't, I need to change my power options on this laptop. Alright, so that FedEx went around to 8 left, so it'll be arriving in just a minute. We do have a 717 coming in on 4 right though. Alright, so they just told the F-22 to line up and wait, so that's good. So we're gonna keep listening for the departure clearance, and then we'll hang out over there and see what we get, huh? Hello, Rich. Good to see you. Alright, so we're going to hang out over here because I don't know exactly where they're going to come from. So I do apologize for the lack of 8 right shots today. We're just going to trying to see what we can do to change things up a little bit and see how it goes. We should still see them in the air though. I hear them. Ah, there he is. Alright, that wasn't terrible. Got to see a little more of their belly in this shot, though. That was cool. So, I missed the FedEx. Yeah, Calvin, I agree with that, but I can't go down there every day. Not horrible, but definitely the parking lot's better. But I didn't mind it. I got to see the belly shots a little better from over here. But we'll be in the parking lot on Thursday. So on the schedule, anytime the schedule lists the arrivals lounge, that's usually up at this end. And if it says something about the reef, usually sunrise or mornings at the reef, it'll be down in the parking lot. So yeah, Adrian, the major part of Honolulu is right behind me, so everything kind of banks out of here to the right, whether it's the fighters or the heavies, everything kind of banks out of here to the right to get them out from on top of the city. And then that bank, right bank takes them out over the water, so. Thanks, Brandon. It's one of those things you never know until you try. Yeah, all nice nice soundtrack promotions. Is it promotions? Yeah. All the inter-island Hawaiian flights, well, okay, a vast majority of the inter-island flights are all 717s. Occasionally they'll do an inter-island flight with a 330 or a 321 for either repositioning or for to pick up the load from the 717s being either in maintenance or something like that. So occasionally they'll do it with the wide body, but a vast majority of them are all 717s. So if you're new to the channel, or you just have a memory like mine, I'll introduce myself. My name is Patrick. The channel's Reverse Ops. We're an aviation live streaming video channel based out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Our home airport is Daniel K. Inouye International Airport. That's where we're at right now. It's named after the late senator from the state and territory of Hawaii. We do 3 shows a week, usually Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. That's what we're going to do this week. And then next week it's a little different. We're going to do a Monday show because Monday is Memorial Day here in the United States. So there'll be a flyover of F-22s over Punch Bowl Cemetery. So that flyover will be at 9:40. I'm not sure what time yet we're going to start the show, but the flyover is at 9:40. So we'll see how that goes. But if you like what you're seeing, hearing, smelling, I guess maybe, if you could hit that like button, I would really appreciate that. Or if you could hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get up to 100,000 subscribers. We've got a long way to go, but we're about to cross 15,400. So if you hit that subscribe button too as well, I'd really appreciate that. We got a bunch of other ways to help out the channel too if you're so inclined. We have membership levels available, starting at just $1.99 a month. Each level has its own perks, all the way up to a merchandise discount at the 787 level. And speaking of the merch shop, we do have a merch shop. T-shirts, hats, hoodies, all kinds of stuff over at reverseopsshop.com. We're running a special right now because of the UH Rainbow baseball team winning and qualifying for the tournament. We're doing a special over there. If you buy any 2 t-shirts, you get $8.08 off your purchase. $8.08, because the 808 is the area code for the state of Hawaii. So if you buy any 2 t-shirts, you get $8.08 off your purchase. It's a little bit better than free shipping, a couple dollars better than free shipping. So I invite you over there to take a look at reverseopshop.com. All you gotta do is enter the code GOBOWS, all one word, no spaces. GOBOWS. Right now we have the first of 2 supers coming in. This is, I believe, the blue one first today. The orange one has been shifted off to maintenance, so they've been rotating these out to their maintenance facility to do their heavy maintenance. This blue one went first. The green one went next, and now the orange one has been shifted off. So we're not going to see the orange one for a month and a half ago or so. The green one had been in maintenance. It came back to Japan the other day, and now we'll be getting that one later on this show. So the blue one's first, and then in about 40 minutes later we'll have the sea green one. I'd like to thank our good friend Lima Papa. Lima Papa. It's cutting off. Sorry, I apologize. It's cutting off the last part of your name. I have a setting wrong somewhere. So Lima Papa 23 is gifted 5 reverse ops memberships. So that Robbie, Carrie, Robert, Amy, and I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say that last username, but congratulations. Please join me in thanking Lima Papa 23. Let's go Mets. Alright, so the next one out on the reef runway is Hawaiian Flight 6. It's our good friend Jen's favorite flight. It's heading off to Vegas. So we'll get it up in the air somewhere over here. Let's see where it's at. It should be somewhere in this area. There it is. Thanks again, Lima Papa. Appreciate it. So if you're wondering why we're so far from those reef runway departures, we're trying out a slightly different location today and seeing how it goes, because I really want to get the arrivals on this runway here that goes straight down there, the 4 right arrivals. From our normal location, we can't see that. So we're trying it out over here. We're seeing if it's worth it. But Thursday, when we're out here, we'll be at the reef runway parking lot. So we'll be a lot closer to the departures on the reef runway that day. So if that's what interested you, hit that subscribe button and tune in Thursday. We'll get all these same flights way closer. So we got about let's see, an hour and 10 minutes or so left in the show today. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I didn't even notice that. If I hover there, like I can actually see the plane starting to roll. Isn't that interesting? Like I see the plane starting to roll, so I know when to go over here. When to go over here. Interesting. Interesting. So speaking of 4 right arrivals, we have a 717 coming into 4 right. So this is this shot we lose. We don't get this shot from the other location. So our very good friend Roberta Gomez has come through with a $50. Wait, where? Oh, there we go. A $50 PayPal donation. Thank you very much, Roberta. Sorry I can't put that on the screen, and I was looking for one of your chat messages, but I don't see it. So, but thank you very much, Roberta. A $50 PayPal. And she says, I love the new spot, is what she said. So thank you very much. Sorry it took me a minute to get to it. So the next arrival we have on 8 left is coming in from Tokyo. It'll be Hawaiian 330. It'll be the last. It's the last Hawaiian plane with the older livery on it. So we'll catch that here in a minute. We also have a Southwest that's heading out on the refrunner right now. So we're flipping over here. Thought you guys might want to know the parking regulations here. You know, when I pulled up, I saw that sign and said, you know, that's going to get in your way, and then I didn't do anything about it. So next time we're at this location, remind me to move about 8 feet forward. Something on 4 left is going to take off. Let's see if we can see that. Usually we don't see those. Oh, 4. Oh, look at that. There it is. That's what I was talking about. That Southwest in the background. You can see all the way down the runway. Alright, so that means it'll be coming up or somewhere in here, most likely. And then we'll catch it on the other side of the big yellow hut. Must be going to the mainland. Yes, it is going to the mainland. There it is. Alright, so we're getting really close to that 330 I was telling you about a second ago. This is it right here. Is that Barnaby? Hello, Barnaby. So I don't have another Hawaiian to show you, but you can. This is the older livery. It has a different font on the word Hawaiian. The purple in the tail is much lighter. That's the easiest way to tell. And it does not have the Miley lay around the fuselage. On the newer ones, there's a silver Miley lay around the fuselage. So it's not a huge difference, but it is a difference. And this is the last one left. They just recently had the last 717 painted this way. Painted to the new livery. So that should tell you right there. They're not planning on getting rid of the 717s anytime soon. Everybody asks me. That's my number one question that people ask me is when is Hawaiian going to replace the 717s? And they always want to know what they're going to replace them with. Well, as of right now, the number one guess is a plane like this Qantas, like this 220. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I've heard a bunch of people who know are way smarter say that this is not a good plane for inter-island travel. Too short of journeys, too many cycles, things like that. But I'm gonna defer to them. What I know is the CEO of Hawaiian about 2 months ago said that they were looking to get 100,000 landing cycles on all of the 717s, and right now they're in the 80,000 range. So that tells me they're not looking to do anything with them anytime soon. It sounds like they still have at least 20% of their life left of them, and so you're looking at probably at least 7 to 10 years, depending on how long they use them for, how many trips they use them for. So we'll see. That's the nice soundtrack. That's the other one that gets floated around, but that one makes more sense to me than the 220. But I think it has. I don't know how many seats the 175 has. I do like the 717s. They're okay they're good planes to fly in. Obviously not for very long trips. All the trips are under about an hour. Some of the trips are under 30 minutes. I've seen them get here. I've been on a plane from Maui to here where it got here in 20 minutes. And then Mrs. Reverse Ops was coming back from Maui, and I was picking her up, and I was down here to get a picture of her plane come in. And wheels up to wheels down, it was 17 and a half minutes from Maui to here. I think they took the HOV lane or something. Well, we'll see. I think it's way too early to speculate. I think Alaska/Hawaiian has a lot to think about before they go replacing these. I think right now they're really focused on international. They just started a Seattle to Tokyo flight on a Hawaiian 330, which is a little odd that you fly on a Hawaiian but you don't come to Hawaii. And I've heard that there's going to be as many as 12 international destinations by the end by 2030. So maybe as many as 8 or 10 in Europe. So we're gonna see. It'll be interesting. I don't think any of them will fly direct here. That was when Hawaiian first put the order in for the Dreamliner. The big rumor was that they were going to go direct from Honolulu to London. I don't see that happening. I think they're going to go Seattle to London with a one stop out of here on Hawaiian. I think that's what they're going to do. That's my opinion. But again, I think we're a couple of years off from that, so we'll wait and see. So our good friend Steve Rogers is coming with 10 gifted memberships. So he renews his membership earlier in the stream and gifts 10 other memberships. Thank you very much. It's extremely generous of you. Sorry, my encoder thing is cutting off your last name. I think I have a setting checked wrong, but we'll fix that as soon as I'm able to. But thank you very much, Steve. I really appreciate it. So Jonathan, Michael, UK, Peter, Lost in Space. Oh, Lost in Space is back. Rob, is that Micah, Ross, Francisco, Aaron. Thank you very much, Steve. I really appreciate it. So all of you, please join me in thanking Steve for that tremendous gift. It's incredibly generous. I think I have a mic up somewhere. There we go. So this Southwest here came in from Lehui, that's on the island of Kauai. Should be getting relatively close to the second A380 of the day, but I keep scrolling out and I don't see it. So the last couple of weeks they've been hiding it on flight radar until it gets really close. So let's pull up jet tip and see where we're at with jet tip. Jet tip, I can click right on it. It'll be here at 9:37, so right at the end of the show we're gonna get that second A380 of the day. So that's a little less than an hour out. Thanks again, Steve. Calvin, I'm a plane lover. I'm not a plane expert, but the people I've talked to said that the 737s are not good here and Southwest is having a lot of problems because of that. I don't know if that's true or not. I think it's too short of a flight for something like that. Because like I said, most of them are under 30 minutes. and it's a lot of cycles. And you look at some of these. Planes are doing 7, 8 round trips a day. So I've heard that the 787 wasn't built, or the 737 wasn't built for that. But again, I am not an expert by any stretch of the imagination. So I just take what other people tell me. So I'm trying to think of another place. That would be similar to here with the amount of so many short flights. And I can't think of one. Even all the places I can think of with airports that are relatively as close as here, they don't have a lot of flights between them because people just drive. So I'm having trouble thinking of some place else in the world where we could compare it to see what they're using. But I think it's one of those things. Hawaii is a very unique place, has unique challenges. It's kind of like the ferry option. There's a lot of places like Seattle and lots of places in Europe that have the ferry system that we don't have, but they don't have the unique challenges of some of the locations, because a lot of the locations here, you're between islands. If you're going between some of the islands, it's almost like ocean open. It's not a protected harbor, it's not a protected bay like Seattle. It's open ocean, and so it has unique challenges. So it's assuming the airfare is very similar to that. Somebody locked the keys in a rent-a-car. Okay, where'd that? Oh, there it is. We have 8 pikes to 300. That made me laugh, the lioness. Yeah, Stephen, we were actually talking about the cargo on the 717s the other day, and I can't think of. I meant to look it up between the last show and this show. I don't think they do cargo on the 717s. Now, I'm freely to admit I could be wrong, but I don't think they do cargo on the 717. I think it's all passengers. Now, Aloha Air Cargo, Northern Air Cargo, they're all inter-island. I mean, they're inter-island cargo there. I don't think Hawaiian does it on the 717s. If they do, they keep it a big secret, because I've never heard of them doing it. friend Stephen Billings is celebrating 10 months at the Inter-Island Traveler level. Says, forgot about this, enjoying stuff makes time fly. Yes, it does. I can't tell you the amount of times I've been out here where I start up and I think, oh man, we got 5 hours to go on a Saturday show, and I'm like, next thing you know, you're like talking about the last plane of the show. It just flies by. But thank you for being a member for 10 months. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the pog drink. Do we have a Kirsten Mills in the house? Hello, Kirsten. You missed the beautiful yellow bird we had here earlier. We had a nice, pretty yellow bird here earlier. I hear birds everywhere around me, but I don't see them. Oh, wait, is that the yellow bird there? Bunch of these birds. We had a nice pretty yellow bird here earlier. Kind of reminded me of the bird I have at home. Wind is really weird today. It's either nothing or like a 20-mile-an-hour gust. It's there's no in between, it seems. It's okay, let's see. Not the stitch. Okay. Make sure we're not missing a stitch. We gotta see where the stitches are today. Where are the stitches today? The 321 stitch is heading between Oakland and Maui. The 330 stitch is on the ground in Seattle. That probably means it's doing the Tokyo run. It was doing the Tokyo run for a couple days. I have not seen the 717 yet. Either they haven't put the stickers on it yet, or they're hiding it, because I haven't seen it yet. I did see a render of it. You go to Discord. If you go to my Discord channel, somebody posted a render of it. So it will be one eventually, theoretically, but I have not seen it yet. We have a DHL triple on the downwind over here. Let's see if we can find it in the air. It is right over that tree somewhere. I don't see it. That's the problem with the blue sky. You got no clouds to aim for. Usually, if there's a cloud up there, you can kind of aim for a cloud. See if it's close. I don't see it. Oh well, we will get it here in a minute. It'll come down 8 left. Oh, thanks everybody. The Lioness, how many times have I stressed using sunscreen in this stream? You gotta use sunscreen no matter where you're at. The high latitudes of England, the low latitudes of Hawaii, always gotta hit that sunscreen. Because you may not regret it now, but someday. When a doctor's looking at a mole on the back of your neck trying to figure out if it's cancer or not. That's like right now I have sunscreen on and I'm wearing a long sleeve white shirt just to make sure. I have a big goofy looking hat on that protects my neck. Basically, I don't want to get skin cancer and then have Mrs. Reverse Op say, "I told you so." Yeah. I need a partnership with a lot of companies. I give out way too much free advertising. Here earlier in the show, this Qantas link was on a delivery flight. It came in yesterday. It came in yesterday about 1 o'clock. So usually it depends on how quickly they need the plane, but usually 1 day or 2 days is about as long as they stay. Just crew rest, refuel, and out usually. So I don't see any activity over there that would lead me to believe it's going out today, or at least before we leave. The flights over that direction, the ferry flights over that direction, whether they're military or something like this, usually the sweet spot is between 10 and 11 for them to leave so they can get where they're going in the daylight this time of year. Alright, so the next one going out on the reef runway is a 321. I believe it's going to Seattle. Oh, it is not. It is going over to Lehui. This is one of the ones I was telling you about earlier That's every once in a while they use a larger plane for the inter-island traveler. It's either because they're going to reposition that flight or that plane for another flight, or they're taking up some slack from some 717s being out of service for maintenance or something. So this is the former Moana 2 321. They've since took the stickers off of it. There it is. Ooh, it focused on the sign. Don't focus on the sign. We are not focused on the sign. There we go. I need to figure out a way. To park. Where are we at here? Park right here. Park right here. Look at that, there's shade right there. I wonder if I can park right there and stream from right there in the shade. See my goofy hat? See? No neck covers. I'm gonna make the lioness mad at me if I keep talking about this, but big floppy hat. Kind of looks goofy. It looks really goofy, but I don't care because it covers my head. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. We got it's just past 9 in the morning. We got about 45 minutes left in the show. We have one more A380 that we're waiting on. It's scheduled for right at the end of the show, so don't go anywhere. Got one more A380. We should have a few more heavies getting ready to go. In fact, the first one is lit up right now. We have a 747 heading off to Sydney. That will be going off the reef runway. And then we should have a couple of Uniteds pushing back very soon. There should be right about this time, there's several mainland flights heading off to LA and San Francisco to go out. So we got some cool stuff coming up. Next one in, though, will be a DHL 777. It's co-branded with Singapore Air. We also have that 321 that's going out on the reef runway, so we'll see which one we get first. Let's find out together. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a 717. The 321 already left, didn't it? So I am sure that this is the 777. Honk for Patrick. Thank you very much, Scott. Scott's come in with a $2 super chat. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Alright, so we have a large military plane at the end of the runway. We're going to see it in the background of this shot here in just a second. It is also heading out to the reef runway. Should be popping up into the shot. There we go. So this is a Hawaiian C-17 down there. So it's a Hawaiian Moose. So any of you guys rocking your Hawaiian Moose Crossing t-shirts today, you can get up and wave those banners. Thanks again, Scott. Wow, is there another one? There's two of them. Look at that. A second C-17 going out. I can't tell where that one's from, but it's not Hawaiian. So those go up rather quickly. Let's see. It'll be interesting to see what they look like from out here, because usually they rotate up pretty quickly. And then we have the, this is a view, well, this is a view also we don't usually get, but we also have, this is a view we also don't get. Usually we don't see these, the Queens pushing back, so usually I have to rely on whether we can see the tail or not, but now we can actually see the whole thing pushing back. There's a used car lot in front of it apparently, but so that one, unless they've changed things in the last couple of days, that one should be going down Bravo to Juliet, so we'll get a better view of it here in a second. It is kind of neat seeing it over the planes like that, though. Memphis, all right. Thank you very much, CFI. I think there's two 717s in front of the C-17s. This guy went long and he's having to backtrack a little bit. Alright, so the next one in on 8 left is Japan Airlines. It's a 7-6 that's coming in from Tokyo, so we'll get that here in just a second. We also have a 717 coming in on the crossing runway. So we'll try to see what we can see. We got both of these coming in. Check auto pay. Alright, so we also have the fighters coming back into land. They're probably next after this Hawaiian. I don't see it, or after this one. So I'm going to keep my eyes up in the air. So The fighter should be coming in 8 left here in just a second. Three F-22s doing an overhead break, so I'll keep trying to find them, but I don't see them. But while we're waiting on that, I want to thank our good friend and real good supporter, Local Boy 808. I didn't see him in the chat yet, but I did get an email saying he sent me a $5 PayPal donation, so thank you. Thank you, Gary. So not only is oh, I see him. Hold on, I see him. Gary, I'll get back to you in a second. I see 4 of them up there. Focus on this one. So this one's going to break to his left here in just a second. There he goes. So what they're doing is called an overhead brake maneuver. They're come in parallel with the runway and then do a couple of left turns, or right turns, I guess, depending on where you're at. And then come in at a pretty steep final and land on the runway. A couple reasons they do that. Mainly in a combat situation, they want to see what's on the runway before they land on it. And here it's for noise abatement, so they lets them come in over the surrounding neighborhoods a little higher up so they're not as noisy. So multi-function. So I got 2 more coming up. Let's see if we can get those doing the break. Where they at? Right above that. They should be somewhere. Should be somewhere right in there. Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. There he is. So I had a choice, C-17 or F-22s. I chose F-22s. So we'll catch this going away. Another F-22 here. We have another C-17 that should be departing here in a second. There he is. Okay. Should be coming out from behind this sign. Oh, he's already about. There he is. Not bad. Okay. Bad. Get a little more of the underbelly on those departure shots from here. How many other airports do you get ATC telling a UPS 747 to wait for the F-22s? That's why I love Hawaii. Let's see. Adidas over here. If you're talking about over here, down there, right there. Oh, there's more C-17s coming out to play. All right. If you're talking about down here, there is a one of the two fire stations is right there. So he's probably parked right out in front of his fire station. There's two fire stations for the main airport, Daniel K. Inouye, and then there's another fire station for Hickam, which is farther over on the Hickam ramp. But this is the these green trucks are the airport fire, and they have a firehouse right over there. The other one is near the lagoon parking lot, so that's why we see a lot of them down there. All right, hold on one second, guys. I gotta answer a phone call. Sorry about that. I had a phone call I needed to answer. Yeah, it's Adidas. It's amazing what just moving over a little bit, you see some different things. You see it at a different angle. I sure would like to stream from the west side of the airport one day, but I don't think that'll ever happen. In case you didn't know, the west side of the airport completely borders Hickam Air Force Base, so that's why I will never be streaming from there. Brandon, for once it's not me in trouble. I had to forward the person who called to the person who is in trouble. Somebody forgot to pay a bill. Not me. I'm not accounting. Is it Tay Fun Tuz? Tay Fun Tuz? Thank you. Turkey, wow. It's amazing how far YouTube can reach. I'm standing on the side of the street in Honolulu, and got people in South Africa watching, people in the UK watching, people in Turkey watching. It does create a global community. That's pretty awesome. Alright, so that UPS we saw a minute ago is about to turn left onto Juliet. We'll see it in the air in just a few minutes. I don't know, Brandon. You'd be surprised. I mean, it's not as big as. I mean, we don't have the population as big as some places, but you'd be surprised. You know, a nice sunny day at the Lagoon parking lot, there could be 40, 50 people down there sometimes. It's crazy how busy it gets, people watching planes. And I think, you know, we're obviously not as big as LA or San Francisco or whatever, but, you know, we do have a lot of aviation history here on the islands. Lots of stuff has been going on here for a very long time. ever since the very early days of aviation. Had the Pan Am Clippers coming in here. We had Amelia Earhart crashed a plane here. Tons of military stuff, military aviation. I can't even count the number of military air bases there used to be on the island. I mean, there's got to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can count at least 7 former or current. Oh, 8 if you count where we're at right now. Former or current military airports, air bases, whether they were Army Airfield or Air Force. A lot of them are old enough where they're former Army air bases before there was an Air Force. I don't know if I'd count Whitney Houston as a important aviation node, but that is definitely a fact. All right, so we have a second Queen pushed back, so that is over here. You can actually see the Queen. Look at that. Wow, Ken, that's cool. Oh, is he gonna go through the room? Ah, it just barely missed the moon. Oh, we had some birds cross the moon. That was pretty cool. There's Zippy heading out to the reef runway. UPS is next, and then we have another UPS here. So we'll see if we can see the other UPS. So there it is in the background right there. You see that? So that'll be coming this way. Still trying to figure out where to wait for these things. I really need to be about 10 feet up to get away from this red sign. That's what I need, I think. I convinced myself this morning that it wasn't going to be a problem, but it clearly is. All right. Hi. You lose a little bit on the 8 right, but, you know, can't have everything in life. Where would you put it, right? All right, so the second super of the day has just passed, or is just passing the island of Kauai. That means it's 24 minutes out. Puts it here at... What's going on here? Why do I have two of me making noise? Oh, that's weird. Oh. Interesting. Why is that making noise? You shouldn't be doing anything. Oh, you shouldn't. You shouldn't be doing it either. Nice coconuts indeed, aloha, Mike. Oh, so let me get back to a local boy 808. I sent a very kind PayPal donation, so thank you very much for that. Where did it go? There we go. So not only did he send a very kind PayPal donation, he also he was sitting behind me at the Rainbow game on Sunday. And not only did he bring us luck and we won the game and qualified for the conference tournament, he also treated me and Mrs. Reverse Ops to some very tasty hot dogs. So thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Is O'Malley Duck's meeting done? Oliver, I wish I could answer that question for you, but I have no idea. And I know nothing about basketball. I'm not a basketball fan. I like a lot of sports, but I don't know why I never got into basketball. The important thing is the Dallas Stars are going to the Western Conference Finals against the Edmonton Oilers. Nice soundtrack from what? Are you talking about the last departure? That last one we saw overhead was Zip Air heading back to Tokyo. That's pretty cool. Every April they come to Hawaii. That's pretty cool, Trevor. All right, 12 minutes. Oh, okay. That name sounds familiar. This one here is a Hawaiian. It's coming in from LA with the extra. This is Hawaiian Flight 1. This is the Dreamliner we saw overhead a minute ago. We have Hawaiian Flight 450 coming in from Osaka. That's a 330. We have the Queen taxiing out over here. So the second DHL 777 of the day coming in from Cincinnati. The extra V and G. I don't know where the hell that came from. It is about 2 minutes out, less than 2 minutes out. Ugh, pardon me. This is the telling me, Kirsten, holy cow. As I was yawning, I was thinking, crap, I still got to do 8 hours of work after this. I did used to have a boss who had this giant wooden desk where the front panels went all the way down to the ground. You couldn't see his feet. Well, we found out he was napping behind his desk. during the day. That's why he had that big desk, so you could couldn't see him laying behind it. Alright, so the last plane of the day is gonna have to be the A380, and it is because it is sped up a little. It's now supposed to be here at 9:49, but we are getting very seriously close to overtime. So I think this queen on the left should make it out before then, but I'm gonna have to pack up quickly as soon as we're done here. We got a 717 going long. Look at this. So I'm trying a new computer today. I had a little all-in-one computer that I was using. It was just, the screen was just junk. So I bought a $250 laptop off of Amazon to see how it goes. It's an Acer, but it's from their education line. I don't need it to do much. We're not out here editing video. We're not out here doing 4K through it. All I really need it for is the chat and all I really need is for the chat and for the putting the overlays on the screen. So it doesn't have to do much. So no, this is it doesn't seem to be bad. It's an Acer Travel Mate, and I was really surprised. It doesn't have, obviously doesn't have the greatest specs. It only has 256 gigs of storage. I think it's got 8 gigs of RAM and one of those low power Intel processors and the N series, I think. But like I said, I'm not out here editing video. I have a computer at home for that. But I just needed something. But what I'm really surprised at, I was a little worried when I opened it up. The screen was very glossy, and I was worried. I was really worried how that would do in the sun, because usually the glossier the screen, the worse in the sun it is. It reflects a lot. But what I've noticed... Oh, really, Sydney? What a small world. But what I've noticed is it's got Gorilla Glass on it, that Corning Gorilla Glass that they use for a lot of phones. And even though it's kind of glossy, in the direct sunlight, it almost has like an e-ink kind of effect. I can still see the text of the chat window very easily, because the way I guess the Gorilla Glass works. But it almost acts like in direct sunlight, it almost looks like a Kindle tablet, if you remember those things, those ones that had the black and white gray e-ink screen, they called it. It almost looks like that. Alright, so that Queen is to the end of the runway. So let's say we're gonna get Another day of Queen and Kings as our final. Exactly, Brandon. I like pictures. Yeah. Scam likely. Okay, you don't even get the screening. So next one in is another Japan Air. Right there. So that is the one in the front is the Hawaiian that came in from Tokyo. Then there's a Japan Air coming in from Nagoya behind it that's being blocked by it. And then 2 planes after that should be the A380. We do have that Queen lined up on the reef runner. I'm keeping an eye out to see when it starts to move. So we'll go down this way. You can see it. This is a FedEx triple down there. We will not be able to stay for the FedEx triple, unfortunately. Come on, little queen. Come on, little queenie. There's the queen. Look at that. Let's see the background there. The big tail moving. Okay, so that's going to go. So we will pick that up right over here. I know a lot of people are going to think differently when I say this. I don't like to read. I don't do a lot of reading. I don't like to read. And there's one reason for that, and probably one reason only. I'll tell you after the Queen. You can think of what an uncouth person I am for a second. I don't like to read. I don't do a lot of reading. If I need to learn something, I'll watch a video on it and have someone explain it to me. I do not. That's why I never in college. I never did well at the online courses. I always had to. All my courses were in person because I could not learn the same amount from reading as I did from having a lecture. And it's because I have severe dyslexia. I'm very dyslexic, and it's very hard for me to read because I'm always either getting a word wrong or convinced I'm getting a word wrong, and it's very distracting, and it takes me out of the flow of reading, and I don't enjoy it. It's very annoying to read. So if I have to learn something, I'll just either try it and fail, or I'll watch a video on it. That's what the great thing about living in today's time. When I was a kid, it was lots of work to get through school because there was no YouTube to go try to learn something. There was no online videos of trying to learn something. You just had to get yelled at for not doing your reading. But nowadays, I mean, almost any subject has 100 videos on YouTube about it, so Yeah, Brendan, I'm sure that works for a lot of people. It just doesn't work for me. I just don't. I mean, if I need to read something, I can, but it's a lot of work, and I'm always convinced I never get as much out of it. Nice soundtrack. I've heard of that, but I've never actually tried one. I'm kind of interested to find one that would help. I've always jealous of my sisters who would get lost in books, and you'd have to scream at them to get them to stop reading the book, but it never worked for me. I've done a few audiobooks, and I like them. It just depends on who the person reading the book is, I think. But I've done a few. I did my favorite audiobook is the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, that's read by the author of the book. Douglas Adams. I should know that. So the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, read by Douglas Adams, is really good. I like it a lot. I've re-listened to that a couple times. Big Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Big Douglas Adams fan. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name a second ago. I've actually been to his grave in London. One of the times I was in London, I paid a visit to his grave. He's in Highgate Cemetery. And I left 42 pence on his gravestone. So, if you know what that means. Alright, so I think we're going to have to wrap it up here. It's 5 minutes till 10, which is definitely, we are definitely in overtime, that's for sure. So thanks everyone for being here today. Thanks for letting me try out this new location. I hope you guys liked it. I know we lost a little bit of stuff with the reef runway, but I think we more than made up for it with some of the arrivals we saw on 4 right, and some of the interesting perspective of seeing stuff over there on the cargo ramp. So it was, a little give, a little take. So it was good. We'll be back We'll be back Thursday. Thursday we'll be down at the other end of Lagoon Drive in the General Aviation parking lot. Hopefully we'll get some of these big planes and fast planes up close on them. So I do want to thank all my channel members here. You guys, honestly, I could not be out here with you guys without you guys' help. The financial assistance you guys give me to do this is invaluable, because I would not be able to afford to do this on my own. Got a late super chat from Scott. $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Says much mahalo, Patrick, to all the mods and viewers. It's treadmill time. All right. I'll do a little bit of extra on the treadmills to work off that Pop-Tart that I'm going to eat when I get to work. But thank you very much, Scott. Really appreciate it. Don't forget, next Monday we're going to do a special Monday show for Memorial Day with the F-22 flyover at Punch Bowl. I don't have a time for that yet, but I'll update that over the weekend, so check the posts on YouTube. Thank you to Kirsten, Ms. Wolves, Rainbow Love, Sydney, Brad, Josh, O'Malley, and Jane Chu, the world's most dangerous mod crew. I could not do this without them. We'll see you all in about 43 hours on Tuesday morning from about 2 miles to my left. Thanks again, everyone. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks to everyone. It's been a lot of fun. We'll see you in a couple days. We'll have more fun with more Hawaiian airplanes. Everybody have a good rest of your day. Be happy. Be safe. Aloha, everyone.